Question 1. Which of the following is an example of insurable interest under Massachusetts property and casualty laws? A. A person insures their neighbor's house against fire. B. A bank insures a property for which they hold the mortgage. C. A tenant insures a property owner's building. D. A person insures a vehicle they have borrowed from a friend. Correct answer. B. A bank insures a property for which they hold the mortgage. Explanation. Insurable interest means that a person or entity stands to suffer financial loss if the insured property is damaged or destroyed. In Massachusetts, an insurable interest is illegal. Question 2. Mr. Wallace has purchased a commercial property policy with a standard $1 million liability limit and a coinsurance clause. His property suffers significant damage due to a fire, and it turns out he had only insured 70% of the property's actual value, which violates the 80% coinsurance requirement. How will the insurance company handle his claim? A. Pay the full claim minus the deductible. B. Pay a percentage of the claim based on the coinsurance penalty. C. Deny the claim entirely due to underinsurance. D. Pay a claim that is proportionate to the insured value only. Correct answer. B. Pay a percentage of the claim based on the coinsurance penalty. Explanation. In this case, Mr. Wallace's policy includes a coinsurance clause, which requires that he insure at least 80% of the property's value. Since he only insured 70%, the insurer will impose a penalty by reducing the amount of his claim. The formula typically used for calculating the penalty is amount of insurance carried amount of insurance required x loss amount. This approach ensures that policyholders maintain adequate coverage on their property, promoting risk sharing between the insured and insurer. Massachusetts commercial insurance policies often contain coinsurance provisions to incentivize proper coverage amounts. Question 3. Which of the following best describes an occurrence form policy in the context of commercial general liability CGL insurance? A. It provides coverage only if the claim is filed during the policy period. B. It provides coverage only for losses that occur after the policy begins, regardless of when the claim is filed. C. It provides coverage for events that occur during the policy period, even if the claim is made after the policy has ended. D. It covers any claims made during the policy period, regardless of when the event took place. Correct answer. C. It provides coverage for events that occur during the policy period, even if the claim is made after the policy has ended. Explanation. An occurrence form policy covers claims for losses that took place during the policy period, regardless of when the claim is made. This is a key distinction from a claims-made form, which only provides coverage if both the event occurs and the claim is made during the policy period. The occurrence policy offers broader protection, as claims can be filed years after the event, as long as the incident happened within the insured period. Massachusetts insurers commonly offer occurrence form policies, especially for commercial liability, to ensure long-term protection against liabilities stemming from events during the active policy period. Question 4. Which of the following statements about deductibles in Massachusetts homeowners policies is correct? A. Deductibles increase the policy premium but lower the out-of-pocket cost for the insured. B. Deductibles apply only to liability claims, not property damage claims. C. Deductibles lower the policy premium and increase the insured's out-of-pocket costs during a loss. D. Deductibles are paid by the insurer before the insured's coverage kicks in. Correct answer. C. Deductibles lower the policy premium and increase the insured's out-of-pocket costs during a loss. Explanation. A deductible is the amount the insured must pay out-of-pocket before the insurance company pays for a covered loss. In Massachusetts, like in most states, homeowners can lower their policy premiums by choosing higher deductibles. This means the insured will have to cover a larger portion of the loss themselves. Deductibles apply primarily to property damage claims and not to liability claims, where other terms and limits govern coverage. This helps mitigate risk and reduces the frequency of small claims. Question 5. Sarah owns a home in Massachusetts and has a HO3 homeowners insurance policy. After a storm damages her roof, she decides to file a claim. Under her policy, what is the most likely method her insurer will use to settle the claim? A. Replacement cost without depreciation. B. Actual cash value ACV minus depreciation. C. Market value of the home. D. The highest estimate from a contractor. Correct answer. A. Replacement cost without depreciation. Explanation. A3 policies generally cover dwellings on a replacement cost basis, meaning that the insurance company will pay the cost of replacing the damaged property without subtracting for depreciation. In Massachusetts, this type of policy ensures the homeowner is compensated adequately for their loss based on the cost to replace the damaged parts with new materials of similar kind and quality. Actual cash value, on the other hand, would involve depreciation and is more common for contents or personal property claims unless a replacement cost endorsement is included. Question 6. Mr. Thompson operates a small restaurant in Massachusetts. He purchases a business owner's policy, BOP, that includes business income coverage. After a kitchen fire forces his restaurant to close for repairs, Mr. Thompson files a claim for lost income. What must the insurer consider to determine the amount of income compensation? A. The projected profits Mr. Thompson would have earned during the closure. B. The gross revenue of the restaurant before the fire. C. The net income and continuing operating expenses during the restoration period. D. The amount of time it took to rebuild the restaurant, regardless of other factors. Correct answer. C. The net income and continuing operating expenses during the restoration period. Explanation. Business income coverage under a BOP compensates for the net income lost and the necessary continuing expenses like rent, utilities, and employee wages that occur while the business is being restored to normal operations. In Massachusetts, this ensures that business owners, like Mr. Thompson, can cover financial losses directly related to the period of interruption caused by a covered peril, in this case, the fire. The projected profits and gross revenue are not as relevant as the net income, which is profit after expenses. Question 7. Which of the following best describes the concept of indemnity in Massachusetts insurance policies? A. Indemnity allows the insured to profit from a loss. B. Indemnity ensures the insured is returned to the same financial position they were in before the loss. C. Indemnity covers only liability claims made against the insured. D. Indemnity requires the insurer to pay the policy limit, regardless of the actual loss amount. Correct answer. B. Indemnity ensures the insured is returned to the same financial position they were in before the loss. Explanation. Indemnity is a fundamental principle of insurance, stating that the insured should be restored to their financial condition before the loss, without profit or undue gain. In Massachusetts, this principle applies across property and casualty policies, ensuring that claims payouts are based on the actual amount of the loss. This concept prevents insurance fraud and keeps premiums lower by ensuring that the insured does not profit from a covered event. Question 8. In Massachusetts, under a commercial general liability CGL policy, what is the primary purpose of the aggregate limit? A. It sets the maximum amount the insurer will pay for all claims during the policy period. B. It caps the amount the insurer will pay for a single claim, regardless of the total number of claims filed. C. It limits how much the insured must pay before the policy starts covering claims. D. It only applies to claims involving bodily injury, not property damage claims. Correct answer. A. It sets the maximum amount the insurer will pay for all claims during the policy period. Explanation. The aggregate limit in a CGL policy represents the total amount the insurer will pay for all claims combined during the policy period. Once the aggregate limit is reached, no further claims will be paid, regardless of individual claim amounts. This protects insurers from excessive financial exposure. In Massachusetts, understanding policy limits and the distinction between per occurrence and aggregate limits is essential for businesses when assessing their liability risks. Question 9. Which of the following is true regarding the appraisal process for settling property damage disputes in Massachusetts? A. The appraisal process is used when both the insured and the insurer agree on the amount of loss. B. The appraisal process can be invoked unilaterally by the insurer only. C. The appraisal process involves a third-party appraisal panel to determine the value of the loss when the insured and insurer disagree. D. The appraisal process guarantees a final settlement based on the policyholder's initial claim. Correct answer. C. The appraisal process involves a third-party appraisal panel to determine the value of the loss when the insured and insurer disagree. Explanation. In Massachusetts, if there is a dispute between the insured and the insurer over the amount of a property loss, either party can invoke the appraisal process. This involves appointing independent appraisers and potentially an umpire if the two appraisers cannot agree. The purpose of the appraisal process is to reach an agreement on the value of the loss, not the coverage or liability. This dispute resolution method helps avoid litigation and ensures that the claim is settled fairly based on an objective evaluation. Question 10. Under Massachusetts law, how does the state's FAIR, Fair Access to Insurance Requirements, plan help homeowners? A. It provides high-risk homeowners with lower premiums than standard market rates. B. It ensures that all Massachusetts homeowners, regardless of risk, can access basic property insurance. C. It offers full coverage for any type of property, including luxury homes. D. It guarantees a replacement cost payout for all claims, regardless of the policy type. Correct answer. B. It ensures that all Massachusetts homeowners, regardless of risk, can access basic property insurance. Explanation. The Massachusetts FAIR plan is designed to provide basic property insurance to homeowners who cannot obtain coverage through the standard market due to their high-risk status. This includes individuals in areas prone to natural disasters or those with property that insurers may deem too risky to cover. The FAIR plan does not necessarily offer lower premiums or replacement cost coverage, but it ensures that property owners are not left without essential insurance. The state program is a last resort solution for insuring high-risk properties and is an important part of Massachusetts consumer protection laws. Question 11. In Massachusetts, which of the following is true about the notice of cancellation requirement for personal auto insurance policies? A. The insurer can cancel the policy without providing notice if the insured fails to pay the premium. B. The insurer must provide at least 20 days notice before canceling a policy for non-payment of premium. C. The insurer must provide a 30-day notice before canceling a policy for any reason. D. The insurer cannot cancel a policy for any reason once it has been issued. Correct answer. B. The insurer must provide at least 20 days notice before canceling a policy for non-payment of premium. Explanation. In Massachusetts, insurance companies are required to provide at least 20 days notice before canceling a personal auto insurance policy due to non-payment of premiums. For other reasons, such as fraud or misrepresentation, the notice period may vary, but cancellation without notice is prohibited. This law is designed to protect consumers by giving them adequate time to resolve payment issues and prevent loss of coverage. Question 12. Which of the following factors is NOT allowed to be used to set auto insurance premiums in Massachusetts? A. The driver's age. B. The driver's credit score. C. The driver's accident history. D. The driver's location. Correct answer. B. The driver's credit score. Explanation. In Massachusetts, insurers are prohibited from using a driver's credit score to determine auto insurance premiums. The state regulates auto insurance rates, and premiums are typically based on factors such as the driver's age, driving record, accident history, and location. This regulation is intended to prevent discrimination and ensure that premiums are determined by factors directly related to driving risk. Question 13. Under a Massachusetts homeowner's insurance policy, which of the following perils is typically excluded from coverage? A. Fire. B. Windstorm. C. Earthquake. D. Theft. Correct answer. C. Earthquake. Explanation. Most standard homeowners insurance policies in Massachusetts exclude coverage for earthquakes. To be protected from earthquake-related damage, homeowners must purchase an additional endorsement or a separate earthquake insurance policy. Earthquake coverage is considered a specialty peril and is excluded in many areas where earthquakes are less common. Fire, windstorm, and theft are generally included as covered perils in standard policies. Question 14. If a Massachusetts auto insurance policy includes optional bodily injury coverage, what does this coverage provide? A. Coverage for medical bills for the insured driver and passengers after an accident. B. Coverage for bodily injury to others caused by the insured in an accident. C. Coverage for property damage to other vehicles in an accident. D. Coverage for the insured's vehicle damage after an accident. Correct answer. B. Coverage for bodily injury to others caused by the insured in an accident. Explanation. Optional bodily injury coverage in Massachusetts provides additional liability protection for bodily injury caused to others if the insured is found to be at fault in an accident. This coverage supplements the required minimum limits of liability and offers greater protection against claims and lawsuits. It is different from personal injury protection, PIP, which covers medical bills for the insured and passengers. Question 15. What is the primary function of personal injury protection, PIP, under Massachusetts auto insurance laws? A. To cover only lost wages after an accident. B. To pay for medical expenses, lost wages, and funeral costs regardless of fault. C. To cover the cost of repairs to the insured's vehicle after an accident. D. To cover liability for bodily injury to others. Correct answer. B. To pay for medical expenses, lost wages, and funeral costs regardless of fault. Explanation. Personal injury protection, PIP, in Massachusetts is a no-fault coverage that provides compensation for medical expenses, lost wages, and funeral expenses regardless of who caused the accident. PIP coverage is mandatory under Massachusetts auto insurance law and helps ensure that drivers and passengers receive prompt payment for essential costs after an accident without needing to establish fault. Question 16. Under Massachusetts law, if an insured denies a claim in bad faith, what action can the policyholder take? A. The policyholder has no recourse once a claim is denied. B. The policyholder can file a complaint with the Massachusetts Division of Insurance only. C. The policyholder can sue the insurer for up to 3 times the amount of the claim plus attorney's fees. D. The policyholder can only request an internal review of the claim denial. Correct answer. C. The policyholder can sue the insurer for up to 3 times the amount of the claim plus attorney's fees. Explanation. Massachusetts law allows policyholders to sue an insurer for bad faith claim denials under Chapter 93A, the Consumer Protection Act. If the court finds that the insurer acted in bad faith, the policyholder can recover up to 3 times the amount of the claim, treble damages, as well as attorney's fees. This law provides strong protection for consumers against unfair or deceptive insurance practices. Question 17. Which of the following coverages is required by law in Massachusetts for all drivers? A. Comprehensive coverage. B. Collision coverage. C. Uninsured motorist coverage. D. Bodily injury to others coverage. Correct answer. D. Bodily injury to others coverage. Explanation. Massachusetts requires all drivers to carry bodily injury to others coverage as part of the mandatory minimum auto insurance requirements. This coverage helps pay for medical expenses and other damages suffered by other parties in an accident for which the insured driver is found to be at fault. Comprehensive and collision coverage are optional, and while uninsured motorist coverage is highly recommended, it is not mandatory. Question 18. Which of the following types of property is most likely to have a coverage limit under a Massachusetts homeowner's insurance policy? A. Furniture. B. Electronics. C. Jewelry. D. Appliances. Correct answer. C. Jewelry. Explanation. Most homeowners insurance policies in Massachusetts place specific limits on the coverage of high-value items like jewelry. For example, the policy might only cover up to $1,500 for theft of jewelry unless additional coverage is purchased. Homeowners who own expensive jewelry or other high-value items often choose to add scheduled personal property endorsements or separate policies to ensure full protection for these items. Question 19. In Massachusetts, what does an umbrella insurance policy provide? A. Additional coverage for home and auto damage. B. Additional liability coverage beyond the limits of home and auto policies. C. Coverage for flood damage not covered by homeowners insurance. D. Coverage for vehicle repairs after an accident. Correct answer. B. Additional liability coverage beyond the limits of home and auto policies. Explanation. An umbrella insurance policy provides additional liability protection beyond the coverage limits of a standard home or auto policy. In Massachusetts, this type of policy is designed to protect individuals from major claims or lawsuits by offering higher liability limits. Umbrella policies can cover a range of liability exposures, including personal injury, property damage, and legal defense costs. Question 20. Which of the following is true about flood insurance in Massachusetts? A. It is included in standard homeowners policies. B. It must be purchased through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or a private insurer. C. It is only required for homes located within 1 mile of a body of water. D. It covers all types of water damage, including plumbing leaks. Correct answer. B. It must be purchased through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or a private insurer. Explanation. Flood insurance is not included in standard homeowners policies in Massachusetts and must be purchased separately through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or a private insurer. Homeowners in designated flood zones are typically required to have flood insurance if they have a mortgage. Flood insurance covers damage caused by natural flooding events but does not cover water damage caused by plumbing issues, which may be covered by the homeowner's policy. Question 21. What is the minimum required limit for bodily injury liability to others coverage in Massachusetts? A. $10,000 per person, $20,000 per accident. B. $20,000 per person, $40,000 per accident. C. $50,000 per person, $100,000 per accident. D. $100,000 per person, $300,000 per accident. Correct answer. B. $20,000 per person, $40,000 per accident. Explanation. In Massachusetts, the minimum required limit for bodily injury liability to others is $20,000 per person and $40,000 per accident. This coverage helps pay for medical expenses, lost wages, and other damages that the insured driver may be legally obligated to cover if they cause an accident resulting in injury to others. Question 22. Which of the following is NOT covered under the Massachusetts Comprehensive Auto Insurance Policy? A. Theft. B. Vandalism. C. Collision with another vehicle. D. Hail damage. Correct answer. C. Collision with another vehicle. Explanation. Comprehensive auto insurance in Massachusetts covers damage caused by events other than collisions, such as theft, vandalism, natural disasters, and hail. However, it does not cover damage from a collision with another vehicle, which is covered under collision insurance. Question 23. Which of the following is required for a driver to qualify for the Safe Driver Insurance Plan, SDIP, in Massachusetts? A. At least 5 years of driving experience. B. No surchargeable incidents for at least 6 years. C. Completion of a defensive driving course. D. Full coverage auto insurance. Correct answer. B. No surchargeable incidents for at least 6 years. Explanation. To qualify for the Safe Driver Insurance Plan, SDIP, in Massachusetts, drivers must have a clean driving record with no surchargeable incidents such as at-fault accidents or traffic violations for at least 6 years. SDIP offers discounts to drivers with good driving records and increases premiums for drivers with surchargeable offenses. Question 24. Under Massachusetts homeowners insurance policies, how are personal belongings typically covered? A. They are only covered for theft. B. They are covered on a replacement cost basis for all perils. C. They are covered for named perils up to the policy limits. D. They are not covered unless a separate rider is purchased. Correct answer. C. They are covered for named perils up to the policy limits. Explanation. Personal belongings under a standard homeowners insurance policy in Massachusetts are typically covered for named perils such as fire, theft, and vandalism up to the policy's coverage limits. If homeowners want additional coverage, such as for accidental damage, they can purchase an endorsement or a separate rider. Question 25. In Massachusetts, what is the purpose of uninsured motorist coverage? A. To cover medical expenses for the insured if they are hit by an uninsured driver. B. To cover repairs to the insured's vehicle after a collision with an uninsured driver. C. To pay for bodily injury to other people if the insured is at fault. D. To pay for towing expenses after an accident. Correct answer. A. To cover medical expenses for the insured if they are hit by an uninsured driver. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage in Massachusetts helps pay for medical expenses, lost wages, and other damages if the insured or their passengers are injured by a driver who does not have liability insurance. It is designed to protect the insured in situations where the at-fault driver cannot cover the cost of the damages they cause. Question 26. What happens if a Massachusetts policyholder does not file a homeowner's insurance claim within the time limit specified by the policy? A. The claim will automatically be approved but with reduced coverage. B. The policyholder must pay a penalty to file the claim late. C. The claim may be denied for failing to meet the deadline. D. The insurer will extend the filing deadline upon request. Correct answer. C. The claim may be denied for failing to meet the deadline. Explanation. Most homeowners insurance policies in Massachusetts include a specified time limit for filing claims after a loss. If the policyholder does not file the claim within this time frame, the insurance company may deny the claim. This is to ensure that claims are filed in a timely manner and can be investigated promptly. Question 27. Which of the following is NOT required coverage in a Massachusetts homeowners insurance policy? A. Dwelling coverage. B. Personal liability coverage. C. Flood insurance. D. Medical payments coverage. Correct answer. C. Flood insurance. Explanation. Flood insurance is not required in Massachusetts and is not included in standard homeowners insurance policies. Homeowners who want flood protection must purchase a separate flood insurance policy through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or a private insurer. Standard policies typically include dwelling coverage, personal liability coverage, and medical payments coverage. Question 28. How does Massachusetts define a surchargeable incident for auto insurance purposes? A. Any claim filed with the insurance company. B. A moving violation or at-fault accident that increases insurance premiums. C. An accident involving bodily injury. D. A claim for vehicle theft or vandalism. Correct answer. B. A moving violation or at-fault accident that increases insurance premiums. Explanation. In Massachusetts, a surchargeable incident refers to a moving violation or an at-fault accident that results in an increase in the driver's auto insurance premiums. These incidents affect the driver's Safe Driver Insurance Plan, SDIP rating, leading to higher costs for coverage. Question 29. In Massachusetts, which of the following conditions must be met for a vehicle owner to purchase comprehensive and collision coverage? A. The vehicle must be less than 10 years old. B. The owner must have a clean driving record. C. The vehicle must be financed or leased. D. The owner must live in a high-risk area. Correct answer. C. The vehicle must be financed or leased. Explanation. In Massachusetts, vehicle owners who finance or lease their vehicle are typically required by the lender or leasing company to carry comprehensive and collision coverage. These coverages help protect the vehicle from damage not related to accidents such as theft or vandalism and are often mandated as part of the financing or leasing agreement. Question 30. Which of the following best describes the fair market value clause in a Massachusetts homeowners insurance policy? A. The amount the insurer will pay based on the original purchase price of the home. B. The amount the insurer will pay based on the home's current market value. C. The cost to rebuild the home using current construction costs. D. The cost to purchase a similar home in the same location. Correct answer. B. The amount the insurer will pay based on the home's current market value. Explanation. The fair market value clause in a Massachusetts homeowners insurance policy refers to the amount the insurer will pay for a covered loss based on the home's current market value. This value takes into account the home's condition, location, and market demand at the time of the loss. It differs from replacement cost, which is the cost to rebuild the home from scratch using current materials and labor costs. Question 31. What is the minimum amount of property damage liability coverage required by law in Massachusetts? A. $5,000. B. $10,000. C. $15,000. D. $25,000. Correct answer. B. $10,000. Explanation. In Massachusetts, drivers are required by law to carry a minimum of $10,000 in property damage liability coverage. This coverage helps pay for damage to someone else's property, such as a car or fence, when the policyholder is at fault in an accident. Question 32. Which of the following losses would NOT be covered by a typical Massachusetts homeowners insurance policy? A. A fire that damages the home. B. Theft of personal belongings. C. Flood damage from a hurricane. D. Vandalism to the property. Correct answer. C. Flood damage from a hurricane. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance policies in Massachusetts do not cover flood damage regardless of the source, such as a hurricane or a storm surge. Homeowners who want flood protection must purchase a separate flood insurance policy. Damage from fire, theft, and vandalism, however, are typically covered under a standard policy. Question 33. In Massachusetts, under the personal auto policy, PAP, how is the total loss determined? A. The vehicle's repair costs exceed 50% of its market value. B. The vehicle's repair costs exceed the deductible. C. The vehicle's repair costs exceed the actual cash value, the ACV. D. The vehicle's repair costs exceed 75% of the replacement cost. Correct answer. C. The vehicle's repair costs exceed the actual cash value, ACV. Explanation. In Massachusetts, a vehicle is considered a total loss under the personal auto policy, PAT, when the repair costs exceed the actual cash value, ACV, of the vehicle. The ACV is the vehicle's market value minus depreciation. If repairs are more expensive than the ACV, the insurer will typically pay the ACV minus any deductible rather than paying for repairs. Question 34. What is the main purpose of Massachusetts optional bodily injury to others coverage? A. To cover injuries to passengers in the insured's vehicle. B. To cover injuries caused to others when the insured is driving out of state. C. To cover medical expenses for the insured after an accident. D. To pay for damage to the insured's vehicle. Correct answer. B. To cover injuries caused to others when the insured is driving out of state. Explanation. Optional bodily injury to others coverage in Massachusetts provides additional protection beyond the state's minimum liability limits. It specifically covers injuries caused to others when the insured driver is involved in an accident while driving outside of Massachusetts or when involved in a serious accident in state that exceeds the mandatory minimum limits. Question 35. Under Massachusetts law, which of the following is required for all drivers to have on their auto insurance policy? A. Uninsured motorist coverage. B. Towing and labor coverage. C. Collision coverage. D. Rental reimbursement coverage. Correct answer. A. Uninsured motorist coverage. Explanation. Massachusetts law requires all drivers to have uninsured motorist coverage. This coverage helps protect drivers if they are involved in an accident with an uninsured driver or a driver whose insurance limits are too low to cover the full extent of damages. Collision coverage, towing and labor coverage, and rental reimbursement are optional coverages. Question 36. Which of the following Massachusetts insurance coverages would typically include a deductible? A. Bodily injury liability. B. Personal injury protection, PIP. C. Comprehensive coverage. D. Uninsured motorist coverage. Correct answer. C. Comprehensive coverage. Explanation. Comprehensive coverage, which pays for damage to the insured's vehicle from non-collision events such as theft, vandalism, or natural disasters, typically includes a deductible. A deductible is the amount the policyholder must pay out of pocket before the insurance company pays the remainder of the claim. Bodily injury liability and uninsured motorist coverage do not usually have deductibles. Question 37. In Massachusetts, how often must insurance companies submit their rates for review to ensure they comply with state regulations? A. Every 6 months. B. Annually. C. Every 2 years. D. Only when requested by the state. Correct answer. B. Annually. Explanation. In Massachusetts, insurance companies are required to submit their rates for review annually to ensure they are in compliance with state regulations. The Massachusetts Division of Insurance reviews these rates to make sure they are fair, adequate, and not discriminatory. Question 38. Which of the following is NOT typically covered under personal property insurance in a Massachusetts homeowner's policy? A. Jewelry stolen during a burglary. B. Furniture damaged in a fire. C. A laptop damaged in a flood. D. Clothing stolen from the home. Correct answer. C. A laptop damaged in a flood. Explanation. Flood damage is not covered under standard homeowners insurance policies in Massachusetts. a separate flood insurance policy is needed to cover such losses. Jewelry, furniture, and clothing stolen or damaged in covered perils such as fire or theft are typically included in personal property coverage. Question 39. What is the primary purpose of the Massachusetts Auto Insurance Plan? A. To provide low-cost insurance options for all drivers. B. To help drivers with poor driving records obtain auto insurance. C. To cover uninsured drivers involved in accidents. D. To subsidize insurance for high-risk areas. Correct answer. B. To help drivers with poor driving records obtain auto insurance. Explanation. The Massachusetts Auto Insurance Plan, MAPE, is a system designed to help drivers with poor driving records who are unable to obtain auto insurance in the voluntary market. Through MAIP, insurers are assigned these high-risk drivers, ensuring that everyone in the state can obtain the legally required insurance coverage. Question 40. What is a no-fault system in Massachusetts auto insurance? A. Each driver is responsible for their own damages, regardless of fault. B. Only drivers at fault are required to pay for damages. C. Drivers can only sue for pain and suffering in accidents involving serious injury. D. Insurance companies split the cost of damages equally in every accident. Correct answer. A. Each driver is responsible for their own damages, regardless of fault. Explanation. Massachusetts follows a no-fault system for auto insurance, which means that after an accident, each driver is responsible for covering their own damages through their own insurance, regardless of who caused the accident. This system is designed to reduce litigation and ensure faster compensation for damages. However, drivers can still sue for pain and suffering in cases involving serious injuries. Question 41. What is the purpose of personal injury protection (PIP) coverage in Massachusetts? A. To cover damages to other people's property. B. To pay for medical expenses of passengers in the other vehicle. C. To cover the insured's medical expenses after an accident, regardless of fault. D. To cover repairs to the insured's vehicle. Correct answer. C. To cover the insured's medical expenses after an accident, regardless of fault. Explanation. Personal injury protection (PIP) is a mandatory coverage in Massachusetts that helps cover the insureds and their passengers' medical expenses after an accident, regardless of who is at fault. PIP may also cover lost wages and other related expenses. Question 42. Which of the following is a valid reason for an insurance company to cancel an auto insurance policy in Massachusetts? A. The policyholder's credit score drops below a certain threshold. B. The policyholder is involved in a single minor traffic violation. C. The policyholder fails to pay the premium. D. The policyholder moves to a different city within Massachusetts. Correct answer. C. The policyholder fails to pay the premium. Explanation. An insurance company can cancel an auto insurance policy in Massachusetts if the policyholder fails to pay their premiums. Other reasons for cancellation include fraud or misrepresentation on the application. However, a single traffic violation or a change of residence within the state is not a valid reason for cancellation. Question 43. In Massachusetts, what does underinsured motorist coverage provide? A. Coverage for property damage caused by a hit-and-run driver. B. Coverage when the at-fault driver has insurance, but not enough to fully cover damages. C. Coverage for damages to the insured's vehicle when they are at fault. D. Coverage for medical expenses only in multi-car accidents. Correct answer. B. Coverage when the at-fault driver has insurance, but not enough to fully cover damages. Explanation. Underinsured motorist coverage helps pay for damages when the at-fault driver's liability limits are insufficient to fully cover the expenses from the accident. This coverage ensures that the insured is not left with uncovered losses. Question 44. How long is the typical waiting period for flood insurance to take effect in Massachusetts? A. 7 days. B. 14 days. C. 30 days. D. 60 days. Correct answer. C. 30 days. Explanation. In most cases, flood insurance policies have a 30-day waiting period from the date of purchase before they become effective. This helps prevent homeowners from purchasing flood insurance only when a flood is imminent. Question 45. Which of the following is typically covered under the liability section of a Massachusetts homeowner's policy? A. Injuries caused to a guest by a slip and fall on the homeowner's property. B. Damages to the homeowner's car parked in the driveway. C. Damage to a neighbor's house from a tree that falls from the insured's yard during a storm. D. Theft of personal belongings inside the home. Correct answer: A. Injuries caused to a guest by a slip and fall on the homeowner's property. Explanation: the liability section of a Massachusetts homeowner's policy typically covers injuries to guests that occur on the homeowner's property. It does not cover damages to the homeowner's own property or vehicles, nor does it cover damage from acts of nature such as a tree falling during a storm. Question 46. What is the minimum coverage limit for bodily injury liability required in Massachusetts? A. $10,000 per person, $20,000 per accident. B. $20,000 per person, $40,000 per accident. C. $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident. D. $50,000 per person, $100,000 per accident. Correct answer: B. $20,000 per person, $40,000 per accident. Explanation: in Massachusetts, the minimum coverage for bodily injury liability is $20,000 per person and $40,000 per accident. This coverage helps pay for medical expenses and other costs associated with injuries that the insured driver causes to others in an accident. Question 47. Which of the following types of damage is typically excluded from a Massachusetts auto insurance policy's comprehensive coverage? A. Damage from a falling tree branch. B. Vandalism to the vehicle. C. Theft of the vehicle. D. Damage from freezing and mechanical breakdown. Correct answer: D. Damage from freezing and mechanical breakdown. Explanation: comprehensive coverage in a Massachusetts auto insurance policy generally covers damage caused by events such as theft, vandalism, and falling objects. However, damage from freezing and mechanical breakdown is typically excluded and would require separate coverage such as mechanical breakdown insurance or regular maintenance. Question 48. Under Massachusetts law, which of the following can be used to determine your auto insurance premium? A. Gender. B. Age. C. Driving record. D. Credit score. Correct answer: C. Driving record. Explanation: in Massachusetts, insurers are not allowed to use factors such as gender, age, or credit score to determine auto insurance premiums. Instead, they base premiums on relevant factors such as the driver's record, including traffic violations, at-fault accidents, and other safety-related issues. Question 49. Which of the following statements is true regarding Massachusetts' use of no-fault auto insurance? A. Drivers can only recover compensation from their own insurance regardless of fault. B. Drivers must go to court to recover compensation after an accident. C. Drivers can sue for pain and suffering only in cases of serious injury. D. Drivers must split the costs of repairs equally with the other driver. Correct answer: C. Drivers can sue for pain and suffering only in cases of serious injury. Explanation: Massachusetts' no-fault system means that each driver's insurance covers their own medical expenses regardless of who is at fault. However, drivers can still sue for pain and suffering in cases involving serious injuries, particularly when medical expenses exceed a certain threshold. Question 50. Which of the following is a requirement for Massachusetts residents to obtain a driver's license? A. Proof of vehicle ownership. B. Proof of citizenship. C. Proof of Massachusetts residency. D. Proof of employment. Correct answer: C. Proof of Massachusetts residency. Explanation: to obtain a driver's license in Massachusetts, applicants must provide proof of residency in the state. This can be done with documents such as utility bills, rental agreements, or other official correspondence. Proof of vehicle ownership, citizenship, or employment is not required for a driver's license. Question 51. What is the primary purpose of liability insurance in Massachusetts? A. To cover the insured's own injuries in an accident. B. To cover damages and injuries caused to others by the insured. C. To pay for vehicle repairs regardless of fault. D. To provide coverage for uninsured drivers. Correct answer: B. To cover damages and injuries caused to others by the insured. Explanation. Liability insurance is designed to protect the insured from financial loss if they are found legally responsible for causing injury or damage to another person or their property. It covers legal fees, medical expenses, and damages awarded in lawsuits. Question 52. Which of the following is true about Massachusetts homeowners insurance policies? A. They automatically cover flood damage without additional premium. B. They typically include coverage for earthquake damage. C. They may exclude coverage for damage caused by neglect. D. They cover all personal property regardless of value. Correct answer. C. They may exclude coverage for damage caused by neglect. Explanation. Homeowners insurance policies in Massachusetts may exclude certain types of damage, including those caused by neglect or failure to maintain the property. It's essential for homeowners to understand the exclusions in their policy. Question 53. In Massachusetts, what type of coverage is not required by law for auto insurance policies? A. Bodily injury liability. B. Personal injury protection. C. Uninsured motorist coverage. D. Comprehensive coverage. Correct answer. D. Comprehensive coverage. Explanation. While bodily injury liability, personal injury protection, PIP, and uninsured motorist coverage are required by law in Massachusetts, comprehensive coverage is optional. This means drivers can choose whether to include it in their policy. Question 54. What is the maximum allowable deductible for a homeowner's insurance policy in Massachusetts? A. $500. B. $1,000. C. $2,500. D. There is no maximum deductible limit. Correct answer. D. There is no maximum deductible limit. Explanation. In Massachusetts, homeowners can select their deductible amount based on their preference and financial situation. While insurers may suggest typical ranges, there is no set maximum for deductibles. Question 55. What does the term underwriting refer to in the context of insurance in Massachusetts? A. The process of marketing insurance policies. B. The assessment of risk and determination of premiums. C. The legal process of filing a claim. D. The negotiation of insurance contracts. Correct answer. B. The assessment of risk and determination of premiums. Explanation. Underwriting is the process by which insurance companies evaluate the risk of insuring a person or property. This assessment helps determine the appropriate premiums and coverage options for the insured. Question 56. What type of insurance is typically required for businesses operating in Massachusetts? A. Liability insurance. B. Workers' compensation insurance. C. Property insurance. D. Business interruption insurance. Correct answer. B. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation. In Massachusetts, workers' compensation insurance is required for most businesses to provide benefits to employees who suffer work-related injuries or illnesses. This coverage ensures that employees can receive medical care and wage replacement while unable to work. Question 57. What must a Massachusetts driver do if they receive a citation for driving without insurance? A. Pay a fine and continue driving. B. Provide proof of insurance to the court. C. File a complaint with the insurance commissioner. D. Obtain a new driver's license. Correct answer. B. Provide proof of insurance to the court. Explanation. If a Massachusetts driver receives a citation for driving without insurance, they must provide proof of insurance to the court. Failure to do so may result in penalties, including fines and the suspension of their driver's license. Question 58. What is a common exclusion found in most health insurance policies in Massachusetts? A. Preventive care services. B. Emergency room visits. C. Experimental treatments. D. Prescription medications. Correct answer. C. Experimental treatments. Explanation. Most health insurance policies in Massachusetts typically exclude coverage for experimental or investigational treatments. Insurers generally do not cover procedures that have not been proven safe or effective. Question 59. Which of the following statements about rental car coverage in Massachusetts is true? A. It is automatically included in all auto insurance policies. B. It is a mandatory requirement for all drivers. C. It can be purchased as an add-on to an existing auto insurance policy. D. It only covers the rental car for theft. Correct answer. C. It can be purchased as an add-on to an existing auto insurance policy. Explanation. Rental car coverage is not automatically included in auto insurance policies in Massachusetts. However, it can be added to an existing policy for an additional premium, allowing coverage for rental vehicles in case of an accident. Question 60. In Massachusetts, which of the following can affect the premium of a personal auto insurance policy? The type of vehicle insured. B. The insured's credit history. C. The age of the vehicle. D. All of the above. Correct answer. A. Type of vehicle insured. Explanation. While the type of vehicle insured can affect auto insurance premiums in Massachusetts, insurers are not permitted to use credit history as a factor. The age and safety rating of the vehicle, however, can influence premiums. Question 61. Mr. Thompson owns a small business and is considering whether to purchase a business owner's policy, BOP. Which of the following factors would most likely lead him to choose a BOP over individual coverages? A. Coverage for property damage and liability risks in a single policy. B. The requirement for extensive loss history documentation. C. The availability of optional endorsements for specific risks. D. Higher premiums associated with a BOP compared to separate policies. Correct answer. A. Coverage for property damage and liability risks in a single policy. Explanation. A business owner's policy, BOP, combines property and liability coverage into one policy, providing a comprehensive solution for small businesses. This consolidation often leads to lower premiums and simplified policy management, making it an attractive option for business owners like Mr. Thompson. Question 62. Which of the following types of claims would be covered under a standard commercial general liability CGL policy? A. Damage to the insured's own property. B. Medical expenses for an employee injured on the job. C. Bodily injury caused to a third party due to the insured's negligence. D. Theft of inventory from the insured's warehouse. Correct answer. C. Bodily injury caused to a third party due to the insured's negligence. Explanation. A commercial general liability CGL policy covers bodily injury and property damage claims that arise from the insured's operations, products, or premises. It does not cover damages to the insured's own property or injuries to employees, which are covered under workers' compensation. Question 63. In Massachusetts, which of the following statements about the Massachusetts FAIR plan is accurate? A. It is designed to provide coverage for all high-risk properties at standard rates. B. It offers homeowners insurance for properties that cannot obtain coverage from traditional insurers. C. It only covers properties located in urban areas. D. It does not provide any liability coverage. Correct answer. B. It offers homeowners insurance for properties that cannot obtain coverage from traditional insurers. Explanation. The Massachusetts FAIR plan provides a means for homeowners who cannot secure insurance in the standard market due to high-risk factors. It offers basic property coverage but does not include liability protection, requiring policyholders to purchase that separately. Question 64. What is the primary function of the Massachusetts Division of Insurance? A. To enforce federal insurance regulations. B. To issue insurance licenses and regulate the insurance industry in the state. C. To provide insurance coverage for state-owned properties. D. To resolve disputes between insurance agents and consumers. Correct answer. B. To issue insurance licenses and regulate the insurance industry in the state. Explanation. The Massachusetts Division of Insurance is responsible for overseeing and regulating the insurance industry within the state, including issuing licenses to agents and insurers, enforcing state insurance laws, and protecting consumer interests. Question 65. Which of the following scenarios would most likely be covered by an errors and omissions (EO) insurance policy? A. A client sues for breach of contract due to failure to deliver a product. B. An insured provides incorrect advice to a client resulting in financial loss. C. Damage to a client's property caused by the insured's employees. D. Bodily injury to an employee while performing work duties. Correct answer. B. An insured provides incorrect advice to a client resulting in financial loss. Explanation. Errors and omissions. EO. Insurance covers professionals against claims of negligence, mistakes, or failures to perform their professional duties. This type of coverage is particularly relevant for service providers, consultants, and brokers. Question 66. What is the primary purpose of a subrogation clause in an insurance policy? A. To outline the process for policy renewal. B. To allow the insurer to recover costs from a third party after paying a claim. C. To determine the amount of the deductible. D. To specify the coverage limits for a policy. Correct answer. B. To allow the insurer to recover costs from a third party after paying a claim. Explanation. A subrogation clause permits the insurance company to step into the shoes of the insured after paying a claim and pursue recovery from the responsible third party. This helps the insurer to recover its costs and ultimately keep premiums lower for policyholders. Question 67. In a standard personal auto policy, PAP, which of the following is considered? Other than collision coverage. A. Theft of the vehicle. B. Damage due to car accident. C. Collision with a tree. D. Damage from a hit-and-run accident. Correct answer. A. Theft of the vehicle. Explanation. Other than collision coverage, also known as comprehensive coverage, includes damage from events such as theft, vandalism, fire, and natural disasters. Collision coverage, on the other hand, applies specifically to damage resulting from accidents involving another vehicle or object. Question 68. Which of the following types of losses would typically not be covered under a standard homeowner's insurance policy? A. Damage from a falling tree. B. Flood damage. C. Theft of personal property. D. Fire damage. Correct answer. B. Flood damage. Explanation. Standard homeowners insurance policies generally do not cover flood damage, which requires separate flood insurance. Homeowners must purchase this additional coverage through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or private insurers. Question 69. What is the key difference between an occurrence policy and a claims-made policy and liability insurance? A. Occurrence policies cover claims filed during the policy term. B. Claims-made policies cover incidents that occur after the policy is issued, regardless of when the claim is filed. C. Occurrence policies provide coverage only if the claim is reported during the policy term. D. Claims-made policies cover incidents that occur during the policy term, even if claims are filed later. Correct answer. D. Claims-made policies cover incidents that occur during the policy term, even if claims are filed later. Explanation. Occurrence policies provide coverage for incidents that occur during the policy term, regardless of when the claim is reported. In contrast, claims-made policies cover claims filed during the policy term for incidents that occurred after the policy's inception. Question 70. Under the Massachusetts Workers' Compensation Act, which of the following is true regarding employee coverage? A. Only full-time employees are covered. B. Coverage is provided regardless of the employer's size. C. Employers can choose to opt out of providing workers' compensation insurance. D. Independent contractors are automatically covered. Correct answer. B. Coverage is provided regardless of the employer's size. Explanation. The Massachusetts Workers' Compensation Act mandates that all employers must provide workers' compensation insurance for their employees, regardless of the number of employees they have or their employment status. Employers cannot opt out of this requirement, ensuring that all workers are protected in the event of a work-related injury or illness. Question 71. Which of the following endorsements can be added to a homeowner's insurance policy to provide coverage for personal property in a self-storage unit? A. Scheduled personal property endorsement. B. Personal property replacement cost endorsement. C. Personal articles floater. D. Additional living expense endorsement. Correct answer. A. Scheduled personal property endorsement. Explanation. A scheduled personal property endorsement provides coverage for specific items of personal property that may be at increased risk or not adequately covered under a standard homeowner's policy. This endorsement can extend coverage to items stored in a self-storage unit. Question 72. What is the primary purpose of the Massachusetts Insurance Guarantee Association? A. To issue insurance policies for high-risk individuals. B. To provide coverage for uninsured motorists. C. To protect policyholders in the event of an insurer's insolvency. D. To regulate insurance rates in the state. Correct answer. C. To protect policyholders in the event of an insurer's insolvency. Explanation. The Massachusetts Insurance Guarantee Association protects policyholders by providing coverage in the event that an insurance company becomes insolvent. This association ensures that claims are paid up to certain limits, thereby safeguarding consumers. Question 73. Which of the following best describes the purpose of a personal liability umbrella policy? A. It provides coverage for damage to personal property. B. It covers losses that exceed the limits of underlying liability policies. C. It is mandatory for all homeowners. D. It only covers automobile accidents. Correct answer. B. It covers losses that exceed the limits of underlying liability policies. Explanation. A personal liability umbrella policy offers additional liability coverage beyond the limits of underlying policies, such as homeowners and auto insurance. It provides extra protection against large claims or lawsuits, ensuring that the insured has adequate coverage. Question 74. Which of the following is not typically covered by a standard commercial property insurance policy? A. Equipment breakdown. B. Earthquake damage. C. Fire damage. D. Theft of business property. Correct answer. B. Earthquake damage. Explanation. Standard commercial property insurance policies do not typically cover earthquake damage, which requires a separate earthquake endorsement or policy. Coverage for equipment breakdown can be added, while fire and theft are generally included in standard policies. Question 75. Under a personal auto policy, PAP, which of the following statements about uninsured motorist coverage is true? A. It is optional in Massachusetts. B. It covers damage to the insured's vehicle. C. It applies only if the insured is injured in an accident. D. It provides coverage when the other driver has insufficient insurance. Correct answer. D. It provides coverage when the other driver has insufficient insurance. Explanation. Uninsured motorist coverage protects the insured in the event of an accident caused by a driver who has no insurance or insufficient insurance. This coverage applies to bodily injury and can also cover property damage, depending on the policy. Question 76. Which of the following statements is true regarding the additional living expenses coverage in a homeowner's policy? A. It covers the cost of rebuilding a damaged home. B. It provides reimbursement for temporary housing and related expenses due to covered loss. C. It is automatically included for all homeowners without limits. D. It only covers food expenses while displaced. Correct answer. B. It provides reimbursement for temporary housing and related expenses due to covered loss. Explanation. Additional living expenses coverage reimburses homeowners for costs incurred when they must temporarily live elsewhere due to a covered loss that makes their home uninhabitable. This can include hotel costs, meals, and other necessary expenses. Question 77. What is the primary benefit of purchasing a commercial package poly CPP for a business? A. It is less expensive than purchasing multiple individual policies. B. It automatically includes all types of coverage for businesses. C. It offers customizable coverage options to meet specific business needs. D. It eliminates the need for annual policy renewals. Correct answer. C. It offers customizable coverage options to meet specific business needs. Explanation. A commercial package poly CPP allows businesses to bundle multiple coverages tailored to their specific needs, providing flexibility and often reducing costs compared to purchasing individual policies separately. Question 78. In the context of liability insurance, what does the term aggregate limit refer to? A. The maximum amount an insurer will pay for each individual claim. B. The total amount an insurer will pay for all claims during the policy period. C. The minimum amount of coverage required by law. D. The deductible amount the insured must pay before coverage kicks in. Correct answer. B. The total amount an insurer will pay for all claims during the policy period. Explanation. The aggregate limit in liability insurance represents the maximum amount the insurer will pay for all claims made during the policy term. This limit is distinct from individual claim limits and is crucial for understanding total coverage available. Question 79. Which of the following best defines actual cash value received in insurance terms? A. The cost to replace an item with a new one. B. The market value of an item at the time of loss. C. The original purchase price of an item. D. The estimated value of an item after depreciation. Correct answer. D. The estimated value of an item after depreciation. Explanation. Actual cash value, ACV, is defined as the replacement cost of an item minus depreciation. It reflects the item's current value at the time of loss rather than its original purchase price or replacement cost. Question 80. Which of the following is a requirement for obtaining a Massachusetts insurance license? A. Passing a state-approved licensing exam. B. Being at least 30 years old. C. Holding a college degree in insurance. D. Having prior work experience in the insurance industry. Correct answer. A. Passing a state-approved licensing exam. Explanation. In Massachusetts, individuals seeking to obtain an insurance license must pass a state-approved licensing exam relevant to the type of insurance they wish to sell. There are no age or education requirements beyond passing the exam. Question 81. What is the primary purpose of a business owner's policy, BOP? A. To provide comprehensive health coverage for employees. B. To cover property damage and liability for small businesses. C. To protect business owners from personal lawsuits. D. To ensure compliance with federal insurance regulations. Correct answer. B. To cover property damage and liability for small businesses. Explanation. A business owner's policy, BOP, combines property and liability coverage specifically designed for small to medium-sized businesses. It offers a cost-effective way to manage risks associated with business operations, including property damage and general liability claims. Question 82. Which of the following is a common exclusion found in most homeowners insurance policies? A. Theft of personal property. B. Damage caused by fire. C. Flood damage. D. Liability for injuries on the property. Correct answer. C. Flood damage. Explanation. Most homeowners insurance policies exclude coverage for flood damage. Homeowners in flood-prone areas typically need to purchase a separate flood insurance policy through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, to obtain coverage for such risks. Question 83. Under a standard personal auto policy, what is the primary purpose of the comprehensive coverage? A. To cover damage to the insured's vehicle due to collision. B. To cover theft and non-collision related damages to the vehicle. C. To provide liability coverage for injuries to others. D. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers. Correct answer. B. To cover theft and non-collision related damages to the vehicle. Explanation. Comprehensive coverage under a personal auto policy protects against damages to the insured's vehicle that are not the result of a collision, including theft, vandalism, fire, and natural disasters. Question 84. In Massachusetts, what is the minimum liability coverage requirement for bodily injury per person under a personal auto policy? A. $15,000. B. $25,000. C. $50,000. D. $100,000. Correct answer. B. $25,000. Explanation. Massachusetts law requires a minimum of $25,000 in bodily injury liability coverage per person for personal auto policies. This coverage helps pay for medical expenses and damages in the event the insured is found liable for an accident. Question 85. What is the primary purpose of the Massachusetts no-fault law regarding automobile insurance? A. To eliminate the need for liability coverage. B. To provide medical benefits regardless of fault. C. To simplify the claims process for insurers. D. To protect insurance companies from large lawsuits. Correct answer. B. To provide medical benefits regardless of fault. Explanation. The Massachusetts no-fault law allows injured parties to receive medical benefits for injuries sustained in automobile accidents without regard to fault. This system aims to streamline the claims process and reduce litigation, allowing for quicker access to medical care. Question 86. Which of the following would be covered under a standard general liability insurance policy? A. Damage to the insured's own property. B. Personal injury sustained by the insured. C. Bodily injury to a customer on the business premises. D. Loss of income due to business closure. Correct answer. C. Bodily injury to a customer on the business premises. Explanation. A standard general liability insurance policy provides coverage for bodily injury and property damage claims made by third parties, such as customers, while on the insured's premises. It does not cover damage to the insured's own property or loss of income. Question 87. Which of the following is a common benefit of purchasing an endorsement to a property insurance policy? A. It increases the premium for the entire policy. B. It provides additional coverage for specific risks or items. C. It eliminates all exclusions from the policy. D. It reduces the deductible amount for claims. Correct answer. B. It provides additional coverage for specific risks or items. Explanation. Endorsements are modifications added to insurance policies that provide additional coverage or modify existing coverage for specific risks or items. They allow policyholders to tailor their policies to meet their unique needs. Question 88. What is the primary function of the deductible in an insurance policy? A. To reduce the overall premium cost. B. To limit the insurer's liability for large claims. C. To specify the maximum amount payable by the insurer. D. To outline the terms for policy renewal. Correct answer. A. To reduce the overall premium cost. Explanation. A deductible is the amount that the insured must pay out of pocket before the insurance company covers the remaining costs of a claim. Higher deductibles generally lead to lower premium costs, making it a strategic choice for policyholders. Question 89. Which of the following scenarios would likely trigger a claim under a commercial property insurance policy? A. A business owner decides to relocate their store. B. A customer slips and falls in the store, resulting in injury. C. A fire causes significant damage to the store's inventory. D. A competitor opens a similar business nearby. Correct answer. C. A fire causes significant damage to the store's inventory. Explanation. A commercial property insurance policy covers losses due to property damage, including fire damage to inventory. The other scenarios do not involve property damage covered by this type of insurance. Question 90. Under a standard renter's insurance policy, which of the following types of property is typically covered? A. The physical building in which the tenant lives. B. Personal belongings, such as furniture and electronics. C. Damage to the landlord's property. D. Injuries to guests on the rental property. Correct answer. B. Personal belongings, such as furniture and electronics. Explanation. Renter's insurance provides coverage for personal belongings within the rented space, protecting against risks such as theft, fire, and vandalism. It does not cover the physical building itself or damage to the landlord's property.